How BTS Shocked K-Pop.
BTS was represented by Big Hit Entertainment, not one of the big three K-pop agencies at the time. Because of this, the members had more freedom to show their own personalities and share their ideas in their music. On June 12, 2013, BTS released their first single album Too Cool for School with the lead track, No More Dream. At first, the album and the single did not sell very well. The next day, on June 13, 2013, they made their first stage performance on M Countdown with No More Dream.
Even though the sales were low, the song made a strong impact. According to writer Kathy Sprinkle, No More Dream shocked the K-pop industry because it talked openly about young people's stress and the pressure of high expectations from parents, topics that were usually not discussed in Korean pop music. BTS showed that they had a clear message and were not afraid to challenge taboos. The album later reached the top 5 on South Korea's JN Music chart and used a 1990s old-school hip-hop style. Their performances on Korean music shows also helped them get attention from viewers and critics.
In September 2013, BTS released the second part of their School trilogy, the EPO, RUL-8-2. Along with the single No like their debut album, this release focused on the pressure students feel and how this pressure can force them to give up their dreams. Scholar Kyung Hyun Kim noted that early BTS songs like N.O. and No More Dream expressed rebellion against the strict educational system in Korea. He explained that these themes helped BTS gain young fans not only in Korea but also in North America and Europe. That same month, BTS launched their first variety show, SBS MTV's Rookie King, Channel Bangtan, where the members played funny parody versions of popular TV shows like VJ Special Forces and MasterChef Korea. By the end of the year, BTS won several new Artist of the Year awards in South Korea.
First big concert tour.
The final part of BTS's School trilogy was released in February 2014. It reached number 1 on the JN Album chart and entered Billboard's World Albums chart for the first time, reaching number 3. The EP included 2 singles, Boy in Love and Just One Day. After its release, BTS held their first fan meeting in Seoul and officially chose ARMY as the name of their fan club. In July 2014, BTS performed their first show in the United States at a small venue in West Hollywood. The concert was free and helped them gain early international attention. A month later, they also performed at KCON in Los Angeles.
In August 2014, the group released their album Dark and Wild, which reached number 2 in South Korea. It featured the singles Danger and War of Hormone. Later that year, from October to December, BTS went on their very first concert tour, 2014 BTS Live Trilogy Episode 2, The Red Bullet. In December 2014, BTS released their first Japanese studio album, Wake Up, which reached number 3 on the Oricon Albums chart. They followed this with their first Japanese tour, First Japan Tour 2015 Wake Up, Open Your Eyes, in February 2015. The Red Bullet Tour, which began in October 2014, continued again in June 2015. BTS performed in Malaysia, Australia, North America, and Latin America before ending the tour in Hong Kong in August. Altogether, the tour attracted about 80,000 fans across 18 cities in 13 different countries.
Map of the Soul.
On April 12, BTS released their EP Map of the Soul Persona, featuring the single Boy with Love, with American singer Halsey. After the release, they performed on Saturday Night Live, becoming the first K-pop group to appear on the show. Map of the Soul Persona became the first Korean language album to reach number 1 in both the UK and Australia. It was also their third album to top the Billboard 200 in less than a year. In South Korea, it became the best-selling album ever, selling over 3.2 million physical copies in less than a month.
The single Boy with Love debuted at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking the highest position ever for a K-pop song at that time. After winning 2 awards at the 26th Billboard Music Awards in May 2019, including Top Duo/Group, BTS began the stadium extension of their world tour, Love Yourself, Speak Yourself. The demand was so high that they added more shows after tickets for the first dates sold out in just 2 hours.
In June 2019, ahead of the release of their mobile game BTS World, the group released several songs from the game's soundtrack: Dream Glow, featuring Charlie XCX, A Brand New Day with Zara Larsson, and All Night with Juice WRLD. They also released Heartbeat with a music video. The soundtrack, BTS World Original Soundtrack, was certified double platinum by Gaon. On July 3, 2019, BTS's single, Lights, achieved over 1 million pre-orders in Japan, making them the first foreign artist to do so since Celine Dion in 1995. The song debuted at number 81 on the Billboard Japan Hot 100 and reached number 1 the next week. On August 8, 2019, it was certified million by the RIAJ for shipping 1 million copies.
BTS's albums Love Yourself, Her, and Love Yourself, Terror both sold over 2 million copies in August 2019. All 3 albums in the Love Yourself series have sold more than 2 million copies each in South Korea. Love Yourself, Terror also earned silver certification from the BPI in the UK, becoming their 3rd album to do so after Love Yourself, Answer, and Map of the Soul, Persona. The final stop of the Love Yourself, Speak Yourself World Tour was held at Seoul's Olympic Stadium, and BTS became the 3rd top-grossing touring act of 2019. That same month, they released a remix of Make It Right, featuring Love. In November, BTS won 3 awards at the 2019 American Music Awards, including Best Tour, Favorite Duo or Group Pop Rock, and Favorite Social Artist, marking their 2nd consecutive win in the last category.
In December, BTS attended the 2019 Melon Music Awards and the 2019 ENET Asian Music Awards, becoming the first group to sweep the 4 major awards at each ceremony. At the 34th Golden Disc Awards, they became the first artists ever to win grand prizes in both physical and digital categories in the same year. Map of the Soul, Persona became the 2nd best-selling physical album of 2019 in the US, behind Taylor Swift's Lover, and ranked 6th overall in total sales. BTS ended 2019 as the 4th highest-ranked group on Billboard's top Billboard 200 Artists Duo/Group chart, behind Queen, Imagine Dragons, and the Beatles. Map of the Soul, Persona, was also named the 3rd best-selling album of 2019 by the IFPI, making BTS the first Korean artist to appear in the global top 10 album chart in consecutive years. The IFPI also listed BTS as one of the best-selling artists of 2019 for a 2nd year in a row, the first time a non-English-speaking act achieved this.
The historic year of 2020.
The year 2020 was a remarkable one for BTS, marking several historic achievements in their career. On August 21st, BTS released their first English-language single, Dynamite. The song debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, making BTS the first all-South Korean act to top the chart. It also reached number 1 on Billboard's Global 200 and Global excluding US charts, becoming the first song ever to achieve this milestone. Dynamite further entered the top 10 on the US mainstream top 40 and Billboard Pop Singles charts, becoming the highest charting Korean act on the former. BTS performed the song live for the first time at the MTV Video Music Awards, winning 4 awards, including Best Group and Best Choreography. Later, at the Billboard Music Awards, they performed Dynamite again and won Top Social Artist for the 4th consecutive year.
In addition to Dynamite, BTS released a remix of Savage Love, Laxed Siren Beat, with Jason Derulo and Josh, 685, which also reached number 1 on the Hot 100. During the COVID-19 pandemic, BTS adapted creatively by holding a 2-day virtual concert, Map of the Soul 1, on October 10th and 11th. The online event drew 993,000 viewers from 191 countries, setting a record for a paid virtual concert and demonstrating the group's global reach. In November, BTS released their 5th Korean studio album B, led by the single Life Goes On. The song debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking BTS's third consecutive US number 1 single in just 3 months and making it the first primarily Korean-language song to top the chart. This achievement further proved BTS's ability to break cultural and language barriers through music.
BTS's impact in 2020 extended beyond music. On November 24th, they became the first K-pop artists recognized by the Recording Academy when Dynamite received a nomination for Best Pop Duo/Group Performance at the Grammy Awards. They also received the Special International Music Award at the 62nd Japan Record Awards. Cultural commentator Kim highlighted that 2020, despite being a challenging year globally, was significant for Korean culture, noting BTS's 3 number 1 hits on the Billboard Global 200 alongside the Academy Award success of Parasite. Overall, 2020 was a groundbreaking year for BTS. They broke records on the Billboard charts, reached fans around the world through innovative online concerts, and gained historic recognition for Korean pop music. Their achievements that year demonstrated not only their talent but also their influence as cultural ambassadors, showing how music can unite people across languages and borders.